This is a comparison video of 3 different traveler's journals, all Chic Sparrow, all the Odyssey line of leather, and all the Apollo color. So I wanted to show, because I have them all right now, I'm actually not keeping 2 of them, and I will just talk to you a little bit about them. And I just wanted to show, because it's not often for me that I would have 3 of the exact same leather, exact same line, exact same color in my hands at the same time. So I thought I would share what my experience was. This is the first one that I purchased. This is a B6 Slim. Again, the Odyssey leather, which is a distressed Darcy, basically. They just take the leather and put it through some other processes to distress the leather. Sorry. I can talk to. I love it. I love the Deluxe. I like the structure of pockets. The pin loop is something some people love, some people don't. I love the pin loops. I know you can see my porch there. I've put this blanket out just to kind of get an idea, because there's greens and blues on the blanket, so I kind of wanted to show the blues. So you can see this is a nice bright blue. The leather is firm. I consider it firm. It's not maverick thick, but it's a very structured piece of leather. Has nice blues, has some dents and marks from use, and I love it. I love the size, I love B6 Slim, and I love the leather, and I love the color. This is the second one I bought not that long ago. I believe that this has been rolled. I didn't ask, but when I see the little, this kind of character here kind of is indicative oftentimes of somebody rolling it. These right here, not necessarily. These can be just natural, I think fat rolls is what they would call those. Again, these right here, not necessarily, but the littler lines I think are more indicative. But one thing that makes me think that is this piece of leather is so soft for an Odyssey, and I actually love it. I don't normally care for things that have been rolled, and I actually love this. I don't mind what it did to the character of the leather. I think it's beautiful. I'm not always an ink person, but I love just the tiny little speckles of ink that are on this one. This is a B6 size Deluxe, and somebody, a previous owner, did not care for a pin loop, and so they cut it off. And that is the one thing with this notebook that is causing me to hesitate keeping it. Everything else I absolutely love. I love the color. The blue is very similar to this blue in its brilliance. And I'm sorry, the sun just went behind a cloud, but hopefully you can kind of see. It's a beautiful blue. Both are beautiful blue. There, that's more accurate when I tilt it that way. So there's the beautiful blue. Very pretty. I like the character. I like the softness. I like it's a bit floppier than, even with the pockets, than I've ever felt. So I love the hand of this one. I love that. I love the handling, I don't know how to say that correctly, but I love the feel of this one as well. It's still got the firmness. So I don't know, those are both so different, but they're both equally beautiful and lovely. Again, the one thing that's causing me to question for me is the lack of pin loop, because I use my pin loop and I like it. I like the design. I feel like this poor little notebook has been injured a little bit. So that's just me. Some people, obviously the person who had this previously did not want the pin loop and cut it off, and there are a lot of people that do cut off their pin loops. Here I have another B6 that I purchased. Again, these are purchase used. It's also a B6, but it has the pin loop. And I was hoping that this would be my replacement for this one because I wanted the pin loop, and I thought, well, I'll just sell this one and this will be my replacement. I purchased this one used, and it is a beautiful piece of leather too. This is much more firm. It's actually extremely smooth on the back. Just trying to show that. And then has a little bit of the fat rolls, maybe, I'm not, but has a little bit of that fat roll on the front, and character on the front, and it actually has what I would consider two little dimples or something right there. It's part of the leather, but if you look at the finish of this one, there is a difference in how this leather took the dye, which is, I don't think is an imperfection. It's just part of the nature of leather that every piece takes it a little bit differently, and you kind of see there it just is a little, it's a deeper blue than the other two, and then it has places throughout that is just kind of a, I don't want to say white necessarily, because it's not like the waxy, if you see there, the shine, it's not anything with the finish or the glossiness of the leather. It's just part of the nature of, I think, how the leather took the dye. And you can kind of see there, it's a little bit of a, I don't know, maybe whitish blue. It's beautiful, but it isn't quite what I was hoping for, because I fell in love with this one first. And when I received this, I loved everything about it, even though the floppiness and the character is much different than this one. I loved this, so I fell in love with this one. And then I received this one, and I'm just not falling in love with it. And I'm not sure why. It's just a different piece of leather. And I think everybody likes a little different. So I'm kind of torn with these two. I wanted to have the Apollo color in the Odyssey line of leather in the B6 Slim and in the B6, because those are two sizes that I use the most and really enjoy using. But now I'm really torn. I don't know if I should sell both of these and just save for a different piece of leather, if I'm going to regret that, because I do like the character. This one is just, it seems like it's a very well loved. Sorry, you can hear a car going by. I am outside trying to give you the benefit of the sunshine to see more accurately. So anyway, that's it. I just wanted to share, I wanted to share how soft in hand, and I know you can't actually touch it, but and when you look, that's just moving everywhere. This does not. That's the same amount of pressure in it staying quite firm. And with this one, just a little bit more flexibility than that on that side, but pretty firm. So there's the difference in the character. Like I said, this one has some of the fat rolls down here, pretty smooth up here, pretty smooth on the back, shiny, shiny. And this one doesn't feel quite as shiny. I don't know if it's because it's more loved, maybe. Been, you know, rolled, and maybe that just changed it. I don't know, because this seems more matte to me, and you can't quite see that in the screen. But it's a different, it has taken, the leather took the finish differently. Maybe it was finished just a touch differently. But I'm sure it's done in batches, so a different batch of the leather. But here you go, just to give another view before I head off. So thanks so much for taking a moment to watch the video, and I hope this might be helpful to somebody else. It's kind of fun having the three pieces in my hands at the same time to compare them. Have a great day.